Hey YouTube, this is Matt from Matt and Blank. Today's episode is really important. I have here my friend David.
Yeah, my name's David.
Guys, it took a lot of it took a lot of thought, a lot of discernment,
Oh my goodness, yeah.
to do what we're about to do.
Probably not enough.
Yeah, we've already committed to this. We've decided whatever happens happens. We understand that this video will impact our lives greatly.
Yeah, oh yeah. Probably more than we realize.
I mean, our lives have already been greatly impacted by this thing that we're about to put out there as evidence. But Dave, I think it's time that we show them what we're talking about.
I know.
Now, don't be alarmed, please. Just don't be alarmed. I want to say that first.
It looks like a black phone.
If you have to look away, that's fine.
It
Honestly,
looks like a regular black phone, but there's one thing that you don't know about it. It's silver too.
Oh my gosh.
Two-tone.
Guys, I know this technology hasn't been discussed. I mean, honestly, we've heard rumor that they were working on something like this.
You can see the light reflecting off of it. Look at that.
Oh, Dave. Okay, Dave. That's enough, Dave. Okay, now.
Oh my god.
Thankfully, we don't use this phone anymore. This is actually Dave's old phone, and Dave has locked it away.
Yeah, I did.
Until today.
Until today, one of the first days I'm bringing it out.
We just decided, it's time that the world knows what's really out there.
It's true, and the potential for what could happen.
Now, Dave definitely had some experiences with this phone. Some of the features, I mean, you wouldn't believe what this thing could do. But Dave, why don't you go ahead and explain to them when you started realizing that this phone is not just your regular, ordinary phone?
Well, for one thing, I started just with simple things. I'd be driving around my home. I'd be really thirsty because I used to work construction. And really thirsty. I'd say, man, what I would give to have a Slurpee. Before I knew it, my phone wasn't there, but a Slurpee machine was in my passenger seat. And all of a sudden, 3 flavors. I said, darn nabbit, there's only strawberry, Coke, and pina colada. I was like, all I wanted was Mountain Dew Live Wire. I turned back around. Live Wire's right there.
Oh my gosh, Dave. Okay, hold on. There's no way. So hold on, wait. So, hold on. Now, tell me this, Dave. It must have, at least at some point in your mind, you must have been thinking to yourself, this isn't real. Like, okay, like, it's so easy to think, like, okay, maybe I picked one up on the way home, right?
This is a crazy thing, because usually I'm not sure what... I go garbage picking a lot, and sometimes I don't even remember what I get.
Oh, wow.
So if I get a Slurpee machine, I don't even remember. But the crazy thing is, like, is this a dream? Is this real? Is this fake? And all of a sudden I heard a voice in my head saying,
oh my gosh,
it's real. And I never heard
Dave. That's right. I remember. Now Dave was telling me all this, and I mean, I'll be honest. I'm sure a lot of you guys at back home are like, okay, Dave, maybe your phone, two different colors on one phone. Yeah, that's kind of futuristic. Okay, yeah, you have proof for that. Slurpee, okay, maybe the Slurpee thing might have happened, but now voices in your head, that's not possible, Dave.
No.
Guys, I'm standing before you as someone who witnessed this happen. This phone has done something, honestly, to Dave.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was possible at all. I was in the rot with Dave.
Yeah, what's up, Matt? What's going on, man?
Oh, Dave. Okay. Guys, sorry. Yeah, Dave, we're in the middle of a vlog, in case you didn't know. I know guys, sometimes Dave doesn't remember things quite often. He goes back and forth, It's tragic, really, guys. But we were in the rot one day. I'm telling the story about the rot when your phone did that thing. We were in the rot one day, guys. And Dave, he got a call, and I was like, "Oh, Dave, you're gonna answer that?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I probably should." He picks up his phone, he answers it, and Dave doesn't even say hello. He just he's just staring. He's just like on the phone.
Yeah.
I figure, okay, I guess maybe it's like a recording or something. Sometimes we get those. And then
naturally.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, Dave's got a recording, and like 5-10 minutes go by. I'm like, wow, that's a really long recording. I was like, Dave. Who's on the phone? He doesn't respond. And that's when I knew, like, holy cow. No, there is something up with his phone. I'm like, Dave. I'm like shaking. I'm like, Dave, snap out of it, Dave.
That was crazy.
And then Dave's like, what? He's like, where am I at? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then, like, literally, I look at the phone, Matrix lines going all down the screen.
And this is what I can say about this time. That all I can do is take Matt's word for it, because I don't remember a thing.
Guys, honestly, like, I think that night I prayed harder for Dave than I ever did in my entire life.
Yeah.
Knowing, and then guys, like, okay, let's say most of you guys are like, okay, fine, let's say the phone can do that, guys. Yeah. I know a lot of you are like, okay, well, easy enough, just throw it away, right? Right, Dave? Remember when we said that?
Yeah.
Tell them what happened.
Well, check this out.
No one can believe it, guys.
You take a phone and you put it in a garbage truck just to make sure. You see, okay, finally, I throw the phone in the garbage truck and closes it up. I go back inside to get an ice pop, and then I come back out. Next thing I know, I have two garbage men screaming at me, and there's a phone laying in the middle of the road with no garbage truck. Don't ask me what happened. I took my phone, and I said, what the heck? What the heck, garbage man? What did you do with your garbage truck? I don't know what happened to the garbage truck. They just said something weird happened, and everything happened.
Guys, the horror. To know that was partially your fault.
I know that was fully my fault.
Like, you know what this phone is capable of. You think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, it's always a step ahead. At least.
Oh, if not two.
At least.
And with phone stuff, I'm usually a step behind.
Like, honestly, I remember when Dave got the phone, he's like, oh, guys, cool. Check this out. You know, it can't receive picture messages or anything, but it can take pictures, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know? So, you know, and guys, honestly, like, I remember, like, Dave was like, oh, cool, I got a new upgrade. And he looked at his upgrade, and it was like, oh, transfiguration. That's pretty cool. That sounds like a cool feature to add.
Yeah. Transfiguration. All of a sudden, crazy stuff started
happening. Transfiguration. I mean, you'd think, like, you know, oh, man, my car broke down. Thankfully, my phone can, you know, transform into a jet plane. And that was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty convenient, you know?
Oh, it's totally convenient. Or, like for Planet Treasure, like a solar glider.
Yeah, I mean, like, you think, like, yeah, I could really use a solar glider right now. Thankfully, my phone has that app installed, right?
Yeah.
But then you don't see that with the good comes the bad. And it can also transfigure itself into, you know, like, let's say you want to, you know, maybe you're allergic to peanuts, you know? And the phone knows that about you because you know you talk to your phone, right? Let's say you're just talking to your mom, and your mom's like, hey, did you have any peanuts today? No, Mom, you know I'm allergic to that. Great, now your phone knows. So now if you ever do try to, let's say, throw it away, you know?
First of all, it's going to do something to the garbage can. Second of all, hypothetically speaking, let's say I'm allergic to peanuts. I'm not. I love peanut butter.
Yeah.
I love peanut butter phone. But the thing is, like, I was joking one day, man, I hate peanuts, I'm so allergic, and I hate my phone. Mistake number infinity, horrible.
Yeah, seriously.
I leave my phone in my room to say, you know what, I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm not going to bring you to class with me. How about that? I'm the master, right? No.
Oh, my goodness.
I come back, there's a peanut plantation in my room.
Oh, my gosh. Dave, you never told me that.
I know. And there was actually other little machines harvesting the peanuts. And putting it into all my food.
Guys. Oh my gosh. Never before revealed.
I've never told anyone this.
Dave.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
Dave, that's just ridiculous.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, okay, so remember, I mean, you think, okay, literally, we started thinking like the phone did. I remember we tried to outsmart it. We tried to. I remember I was like, Dave, did you get rid of that phone? And he's like, Matt, and he like hits me.
I know.
And he's like, Matt, the phone's in my pocket. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, what's? And he's like, no, Matt, I love my phone.
Oh, I still do.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, like honestly, like even that, like, I mean, once it's in your mind, guys, it's hard to get out. I remember we even deactivated it. We put it away. All of a sudden, Dave's internet starts messing up on his computer. Come to find out, somehow it had traveled through the network, its own network that it created. It's not even on the World Wide Web. It made its own network.
It's a different thing.
Traveled to his laptop and ruined his internet so he didn't have access.
I could only go on through the phones.
Yeah.
And it brought me to the sites it wanted to take me to.
And then, I mean, even things that didn't have networks. Dave was telling me how he was using his pencil one day while he was taking a test. And he was just taking his test, and all of a sudden he hears like this weird little sound. It was coming from his pencil. Pencils don't even have speakers.
They don't.
And all of a sudden he puts it up to his ear, and what does it say, Dave?
I will never forget. And I didn't understand because the phone was still in my pocket. I just said, I'm not even neglecting you.
Yeah.
He goes, I will never forget. I said, what are you talking about? I've never done anything bad to you. And it goes, wait and see. The phone was reading the future.
I know.
The phone told me the future, what was going to happen. He knew.
Gosh, guys. Honestly, like, Dave was telling me, you know, hey, Matt. He was telling me over the summer, he's like, hey, Matt, you know, I got a cool new phone. My uncle hooked me up. It's future technology. No one's even heard of it. And we were all, like, pumped. We're like, cool, you know. Maybe we'll be able to, you know, do harder math calculations or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
We were like, you know, we were thinking, like, okay, maybe worst case scenario, you'll get a virus. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Get a virus or something, but honestly, we're like cure diseases, finish math homework early.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, maybe hologram of yourself to go to class so you can get a little bit extra sleep.
I've actually done that before.
Oh gosh, yeah. But okay, so the phone does like, I mean, that's just the terrible thing. It looks so cool. It's like, oh, hey mom, can you get me one of those for Christmas? Because it looks so cool. You know, guys, we're just pretty much here to warn you. Looks can be deceiving, all right?
Yeah.
Like, please just take this wisdom, and maybe you should consider downgrading your phones.
That's what I did.
Because with power, well, I heard it once, and I heard it from a great friend of mine. He said, with great power comes great responsibility.
I think you said that. I think you're actually the one who said that.
I might have said it.
I think your friend was quoting you.
I think, yeah, actually, I mean, that might have happened. I don't really remember, but...
Yeah, it was someone on the dorm.
Someone on the dorm said it. But guys, we're just here because we care about you guys. We care about you guys. We don't want you to make the same mistake that we did.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave's still recovering from this. Luckily, we think it has less. Dave, no, we know about that. Remember, guys?
Yeah, sorry.
Guys, honestly, it's like Frodo. You know, he's got the ring, he's got the power. And it's hard to give up.
Oh,
but
thanks, Matt. I appreciate it.
But anyways, yeah, guys. Honestly, thanks for tuning in today. We really hope you learned a lot today.
I know I did.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, we'll be you know, checking back with you guys later probably. And you know, just if you've seen this, maybe you should pass it on to one of your friends too, and let them know about, you know, what dangers can come from future technology.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, two-toned phones and stuff like that, you know.
100%.
But anyways, guys, we'll see you around.
Yeah, see ya.